Congo Casino Dodgers on Deck show. First pitch at 6:38. And the former Dodger, Tyler Anderson, will deliver that pitch for the Angels. And it's going to be Emmett Sheehan on the mound for the Dodgers. Happy to have you with us. Game 1 at 3. Dodgers and Angels from Anaheim. Over the play, here's Tim.
Thank you, Mo. Shohei Ohtani's first at bat brought to you by Asahi Super Dry Beer, embodying the refreshing taste of modern Japan. Go beyond the expected. Jose Soriano, the right-hander out of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, ready to go. He kicks and fires, and it's outside ball 1. And we are underway at 6:38 in the evening. 76 wonderful degrees, clear skies. Time and temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 1 ball, no strikes to Ohtani. He'll take one low, and it's now 2-0. Ohtani's homered in back-to-back games, 41. He and Kyle Schwarber, the Phillies, tied for the National League lead in homers. 2 ball, no strike pitch from Soriano. And that is on the inside edge for a called strike, says Dan Iasonia. 2-1. Well, the left-handed batter jumping a little bit out of the way. Pitch was in under the hands, but right on the corner. 2-1 out of the stretch. Here's the kick, the delivery, and Shohei takes low and away, 3-1.
That was the curveball. Soriano, as we mentioned, hard thrower. He's already shown 98 here in the opening frame.
Ohtani hitting 284. He's driven in 77. 3-1. He swings, hits a ground ball to the right side of the infield. Scooping it up on the outfield grass, Luis Rengifo. He throws over to first, and Ohtani is out. 4-3 the putout. 1 away, and here's Mookie Betts. Betts, he's hit in 5 straight now. And during that time, hitting .409 overall, .240 with 12 home runs. Dodgers shortstop steps in. 1 out, nobody on. Soriano ready to throw. His pitch is a breaking ball inside for ball 1.
Soriano, as we mentioned in the pregame show, first pitches in at-bats this year. He's given up a .380 batting average again. So does he change his style and presentation?
Next offer, outside, and it's now 2-0 to Betts. Well, the one thing for sure that Soriano has excelled at, that's keeping the ball on the ground. He leads Major League Baseball in ground ball percentage, 66.9% of the time. He'll get a ground ball. Mookie hits a line drive, though, down the right field side. It slices foul. That'll be a strike on Betts. As far as the home runs are concerned, Soriano's been very stingy. He's allowed just 8. 4 to right-handers, 4 to lefties. 2 ball, 1 strike count to Betts. And Soriano steps and delivers. And Mookie hits it hard on the ground through the whole left side. That's a base hit. 103rd hit of the season for Mookie Betts, and the Dodgers with a man aboard for Freddie Freeman.
Tim, you know something else we're seeing with Betts over the last week or so? We're beginning to see the ball come off the bat a little bit more as far as the velocity off the bat. Not because he's swinging harder, just the swing is more compact, getting the barrel of the bat through, making solid connection.
You know, that may be from his time he spent recently in Tampa with J.D. Martinez. Here's Freddie, and Freeman looks at a pitch up high. What I mean by that is one of the things that J.D. Martinez always talked about was compressing his swing. That's what J.D. was all about. And some of that conversation may have rubbed off a little bit on Mookie Betts. There's a 1-0. Freddie taps one foul, rolling over toward the Dodger dugout on the first base side.
And just stop to think is that's the second transition that Betts has made. Remember in the All-Star break, he went home to Nashville, worked with keeping a medicine ball-like ball in between his elbows during a swing and working on that. I have no idea how that was supposed to work.
Now a 1-1 pitch from Soriano to Freddie Freeman. Way up high and away, 2 balls and a strike.
But I think this new approach, as you were talking about with J.D. Martinez, it's a much freer type of a swing. He does not look constricted.
I used to talk to J.D. about that, and he would just show me with his hands. He would go, it's just here to here. You know, just a short distance. from one side to the other when you're hitting, and he would compress the swing, meaning he would shorten it. So essentially the Mark McGwire, statement that he would talk about hitting all the time, short to it, long through it.
You want to shorten the distance it takes the barrel of the bat to get to the baseball.
3-1 to Freddie Freeman. Betts off of first, one out. Pitch. Freddie lines it to Rengifo. He makes a sliding stop on the line drive. And Freddie is out. Back to first safely as Betts. 2 down.
That ball was smacked.
That came off the bat. 112 miles an hour, and Rengifo's glove got in the way.
Well, Soriano wants a new baseball. He wants one that's round.
Because that one isn't anymore.
Not that one.
Now Will Smith looking to get back in the groove again, still leading all hitters in the National League with a .310 average, although he's just shy of plate appearances to technically qualify for the league. So when you pick up the league leaders sheet today, Freddie Freeman's on top with a .305 average. Pitch. And the breaking ball outside and low.
I said on a pregame show, I feel like we should be given a traffic report. If you're southbound on the 57 trying to get off at Orangethorpe and come to the ballpark, take your times. A little bit of a line, but it's moving.
Very helpful. We'll get an update from you later. There's a 1-0. The throw doesn't go to the plate. It goes to first base instead. Nolan Shonowell tried to apply the tag on Betts, but he was already back to the base. Yeah, we both have a great view of the 57 right in front of the Honda Center.
Which resembles a little bit of a parking lot right now.
Yes, it does. Stretch and the 1-0. And Will looks at it on the outside corner for a called strike. Came with a 97-mile-an-hour sinker. Sun not a factor on the field right now. Just a perfect night here. Slight breeze going out to right center. 1-1 the count. Pitch. And that is scooped up with a backhand by Travis d'Arnaud, the catcher.
Well, Soriano, we mentioned the first pitch of at-bats, a .380 batting average. Well, he's found a way right here in the first inning to get around that. He's not thrown first pitch for a strike.
For whatever reason, Jose Soriano has struggled on this particular mound. He's 1-7 at home. And Smith tried to check his swing, and he could not. Appeal down to first base umpire Scott Berry, and he'll ring up a strike. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Will Smith, 2 out, and Mookie Betts at first.
Soriano works off the first base side of the pitching rubber. I mean, his toes are barely in contact with the rubber.
Here's a 2-2 pitch now to Smith. He swings and smacks it right to Rengifo, makes a head-high catch near the second base bag. No runs ahead, a man left. And at the end of a half inning in Anaheim, it's the Dodgers nothing and the Angels coming to bat.
Take your fun higher at Harrah's Resort SoCal with the help of Funner California.
victory over the Rays that day. Makes his 23rd start. Getting ready to face Zach Neto, the right-handed hitting shortstop. Neto, and then the left-handed hitting first baseman Nolan Shonowell, and then Mike Trout after that. So the first pitch from Yamamoto tonight is swung on and hit high in the air to right center and deep. This ball headed back to the wall. It is gone. It's a leadoff home run for Zach Neto, who has just set an Angels team record with his 8th leadoff home run of the season, passing Brian Downing in 1987. And on the first pitch of the game, Yamamoto surrenders the home run, and the Angels lead it 1-0.
And Yamamoto had not allowed a home run in any of his last 4 starts. Took only 1 pitch tonight.
Well, the ball carries well to right field, and a few years ago they changed the home run line. It's halfway up the scoreboard, just on top of the wall. You used to have to hit it over the scoreboard here, but no question, that was hit over the scoreboard. And now Shonowell swings at a pitch and hits it near the warning track in slight left center field, caught by Andy Pages, and there's 1 away. So for Neto, his 18th career home run, or 18th home run of the season. But again, it's his 8th leadoff home run, which, as I mentioned, is the new Angels record. And another guy looking for a milestone is Mike Trout, the designated hitter, up 2 home runs away from 400. And Yamamoto kicks and fires, and a swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 out, nobody on, 1-0. Yamamoto threw a 4-seamer to start the game at 96 miles an hour, and it was in the go zone for Zach Neto. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mike Trout. Pitch. And that's up. 2 balls and a strike. At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise in treatment. U.S. News and World Report once again has named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org. Splitter cut on and missed, and it's strike 2 to Trout. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Angels up 1-0. When they score first, their record is 33-26. 2-2. That's in the dirt. 3-2. So Neto ambushed the first pitch. Opposite field home run over the scoreboard and right. And now a payoff pitch from Yamamoto. And Trout takes inside, ball 4. 1 on and 1 out for the Angels here in the bottom of the first inning. Well, Taylor Ward, the batter, he's had career highs this year in home runs and in runs batted in. 27 homers, 87 runs knocked in. And he has been a terror against the Dodgers last couple of seasons, hitting over 400 against Los Angeles. And he takes a strike here. Right-handed batter, the left fielder, hitting .234. Well, Yamamoto out of the stretch. Alex Freeland playing up the middle, just to the right of second base. And Freeman holding Trout at first. The pitch. And that is outside. Skipped at the plate. Backhanded by Will Smith.
Yeah, it's nicely caught by Will Smith. Otherwise, there's a runner at second. Those are just the little things that you look at with a catcher. How many pitches does he save a pitcher from having a wild pitch?
Here's the 1-1 now to Ward from Yamamoto. And it is just inside. Ward leaping back to get out of the way. 2 balls and a strike.
Yamamoto, Tim, to this point, has not dialed in that strike zone like we normally see him operate.
He is set on top of the hill. 2-1 pitch. Pretty good location. Just missed off the outside corner, apparently, with a cutter. And he falls behind Ward here, 3-1. Three ball, 1 strike count, 1 out. Trout leads at first. And the pitch on the way. Strike called in the corner. 4-seamer at 95. A full count, 1 out. See if the Angels decide to start Trout or not, to maybe stay out of a double play. And he does not go, and the pitch. Wow, that looked like it was right down the middle, and it was called ball 4. Well, not behind the plate, so I can't tell you where it was, other than where I think it was. But I think that Ward just got a gift.
It was down the middle, and it was not low.
Yeah, I think Taylor Ward just had himself a gift. So back-to-back walks. Yamamoto giving up 2 in a row. This brings up Yoan Moncada. Switch hitter batting left-handed. 2 on and 1 out. Dodgers need a double play, and Moncada hits it between first and second. That is into right field, a base hit. Trout speeding around third. He'll score. Throw goes into second. It's 2-0 Angels. An RBI base hit for Yoan Moncada.
Well, we talked about the Dodgers maybe trying to hit the first pitch from Soriano, who's given up a .380 average first pitch of at-bats. But it's the Angels that have put the first pitch into play now for the second time tonight.
Ward goes first to third. Runners at the corners for Joe Adell. And Adell having a career year, too. 25 homers, 70 runs batted in. Well, the Angels have given the Dodgers fits. They took all 3 games at Dodger Stadium back in May and have gotten off to a 2-0 start here tonight in Game 1. Pitch inside to Adell, taken for a ball.
Well, Adell recently sat down with Torrey Hunter and has paid off. The last 5 games, he's hit 4 home runs, knocked in 9. That broke a stretch where he was 3 for 25.
Right-handed batter waits, and Yamamoto deals the 0-1. It's cut on and missed, a splitter.
Yes, there's never been a question about Adell. We've talked about it at length. I mean, the ability is just unlimited. And he says, Hunter told him, he says, look, when you have power, the left side of the field will show up. Don't worry about trying to pull the ball. It's going to be there.
And the 0-2 on the way to Joe Adell. Takes it low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ward the runner at third base. Moncada is at first. And Joe Adell, the right-handed batter, looks out, and here's the 1-2 from Yamamoto. That swung on and popped up foul down the right side. Alex called a long run, and he's not going to get there. Well, he was an all-out sprint from his position in right all the way to the sidewall, but it was beyond that and into the seats.
So getting back to Adell and Torrey Hunter, not worrying about pulling the ball. He says, hey, look, you're strong enough. You can hit the ball anywhere. Of course, Adell's had a good relationship with Torrey Hunter for a long time. Adell played with Torrey's son at the minor league level.
Adell swings the bat back and forth, draws it back now and waits for the 1-2. Yamamoto fires. It is low and in, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And to me, Adell also has a different stance. It's a little wider. He's crouched at the knees and at the waist. It used to be a much more upright stance.
This will be the 21st pitch for Yamamoto in the bottom of the first inning. And a 2-2 coming. And the pitch. Strike 3 call. 96, fastball down the middle at the knees. And Adell is out. That's the first strikeout for Yamamoto. 2 men away with runners at the corners for Luis Rengifo, the second baseman. Rengifo, a switch hitter, batting left-handed. Ward, a lead in foul territory off of third base. Short lead at first for Moncada. First pitch now to Rengifo. Swinging a ground ball. Leaping stab by Max Muncy at third. He'll throw on to first to get Rengifo. For the Angels, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 left. No Dodger errors. Home run by Zach Neto to lead it all off. We go to the second inning in Anaheim. It's the Angels 2.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang.
Here in game one, Jose Soriano, the Angel right-hander, throws home, and Muncy takes a breaking ball outside, ball one. Top of the second inning brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Muncy waiting. Darno sets the target on the outer half. Now the 1-0 pitch goes outside again. 2 balls, no strikes. Overall, Muncy is a .261 hitter. But since coming off the injured list, he's hitting well over .430. Now a 2-0. And Muncy will take a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sinker right down the middle from Soriano. Soriano signed with the Angels as a teenager out of the Dominican Republic back in 2016. And in the spring of 2020, or the winter of 2020, he was selected by Pittsburgh in the Rule 5 draft. There's a strike called, 2-2. But he got injured, had surgeries, and eventually the Pirates the next year returned Soriano after the 2021 season. Didn't pitch much. 2-2. And Muncy swings and fouls it off. And let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network. He hits a high fly ball to center field. Backing up on it is Bryce Pediccio, and he will make the catch in the deepest corner of the outfield here to the right of dead center. It goes out a little bit further. It's 396 to dead center, but as it goes out toward right center, a little deeper than that, that's where the ball was hit. But a long out for Muncy, and there's 1 away. Andy Pages, 278 to start the night. Right-handed hitting center fielder. He will take inside. Ball 1.
Soriano at the minor league level played for one of the billboarded names of teams. And if you were a collector of minor league team caps.
There's a swing and a foul tip into the glove of Darno.
2 years ago, Soriano was playing for the Rocket City Trash Pandas.
You like that name, huh?
It's different.
That's what they call a raccoon in those parts. A trash panda. 1 ball and 1 strike. The count and the pitch from Soriano. And that's their first strike call. And a sinker down the middle. You know, he's been getting away with that sinker down the middle. The Dodgers, a number of hitters already have taken that one middle.
Well, happened in the 9th inning yesterday, too.
1-2 pitch. Swinging a little tapper foul over by the Angel dugout on the third base side.
Yesterday, one of the most frustrating losses the Dodgers have had. Manager was not pleased, nor was anyone else. Collected 7 walks in the last 2 innings. 13 walks in the ballgame. But over those last 2 innings, 0 hits. Left the bases loaded in both the 8th and the 9th and lost 5-4.
1 ball, 2 strike pitch. And Pages tried to hold his swing, and he could not. It peeled down to first, and Scott Perry rings up another strike. Pages strikes out, 2 away. First strikeout for Soriano.
And that's a big breaking ball, and it's off the plate outside.
Michael Conforto, left-handed batter. 2 men out, nobody on. Angels up 2-0. Moncada, even with the bag way off the line at third for the lefty up. And a strike called outside half of the plate with a sinker.
The Dodgers know where they are located. I'm not talking about geographically. I'm talking about in the standings. 2 in front of San Diego. Padres are in San Francisco playing the Giants tonight.
0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed with a high fastball. It's high and in. And Conforto down in the count, 0-2. We'll keep you updated on the score. It is officially scoreboard watching season. We've been in it.
Especially the fact Padres have won 7 of 10. Dodgers have gone 5-5. Their last 10.
0-2 pitch from Soriano to Conforto. And it's up high with a fastball.
But for the Dodgers, they're hearing the footsteps closer and closer. Remember, on the 4th of July, the Dodgers had a 9-game lead in the West.
1-ball, 2-strike pitch from Soriano. Inside borderline pitch went Conforto's way. Count is 2-2. Conforto at 190. He has been battling it all season long. He's not been able to get to the 200 mark. 2-2 pitch. He swings and strikes out at a curveball. 2 strikeouts in the inning, both on curves by Soriano. Dodgers done in order. Through an inning and a half at Anaheim, it's the Angels 2, Dodgers nothing. Moto, right-handed hitting catcher, takes a strike. Darno was a Dodger for what, 2 or 3 days? A few years ago. Swings and grounds it wide of third, foul. But he was with the Braves for a while. He's made himself a very nice career in Major League Baseball. And now catching in his home state, home region in Southern California. 0-2 pitch from Yamamoto to Darno. It's low with a splitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Darno looks out. And the pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball at 95 got him. Second strikeout of the ball game for Yamamoto. Both of them have come on fastballs. 1 away, and Bryce Tadosio will come up. Center fielder. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an I-Force turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. First pitch to Tadosio is a strike. He's out of Malden High School in South Carolina. He went to Clemson after that, but he's not the only player from Malden High School in uniform tonight. Justin Dean of the Dodgers also went there. And he is looking on from the dugout tonight as Teodosio is at the plate. 1-1 pitch from Yamamoto. And he went around, says home plate umpire Dan Iasonia. Tried to hold up, couldn't do it. 1-2 strikes.
Teodosio, this is only his 8th game that he's played. He's 5 for 17. Also, he's swiped 3 bases. Well,
Teodosio waits, and he checks his swing this time on a slider down low and away. 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. 2-0 Angels. Zach Neto, a leadoff home run in the first. 2-2 delivery from Yamamoto. Swings, fouls it back. Still 2-2. Yamamoto has been good on the road. 7-3 on the road. The opposition hitting 179 against him. And in 12 road starts, his ERA away from Dodger Stadium, 163. 2-2 is up high. 3-2.
He just had difficulty dialing in. Normally, very good command of the strike zone, but he's having to feel his way through it, at least at the beginning of this one.
Teodosio steps in. Tall right-handed hitter. And the pitch. 3-2 right there. Called strike 3. Fastball right down the middle at 97. Well, 3 strikeouts on fastballs, 2 of them looking.
Hey, friends, this weekend, join MLB and the Dodgers in celebrating Players Weekend as players bring their stories to life through personalized bats, cleats, and a whole lot more. So visit MLB.com/Players Weekend.
Back to the top of the order, Zach Neto takes an inside pitch. So Neto's leadoff home run, in case you joined us late, it was his 8th this year, which sets a single-season Angels record, passing Brian Downing, who had 7 in 1987. Well, Neto looks out at Yamamoto. Now the 2-0 pitch. That's low, 3-0. Neto out of Miami, Florida. Angels first rounder in 2022. Swings, fouls one back. 3 balls and a strike to Neto.
He's put together a rather solid season. This is, for Neto, game number 100 of the year.
Started the season a little late. We didn't see him in spring training in the games we saw the Angels. He was still recovering from an injury. Now a 3-1 offer from Yamamoto. And he's thrown it low and he's walked him. 3rd walk issued in the game by Yamamoto.
And here's the guy you walk him. He has 21 stolen bases.
He's tried it a lot. He's been caught 8 times.
Yamamoto has given up 6 stolen bases in the 9 attempts against him.
Yamamoto reaches down for the rosin bag. Pats it in his right pitching hand, then drops it. And now the home plate umpire, Dan Iasonia, has asked him to move the rosin bag. It was too far to the third base side.
They don't want to be able to see it from home plate.
First pitch coming to Shawnewa. Left-handed batter fouls it off to our left.
We talked about it before with Neto. He has a kind of unusual leadoff as he turns his upper body towards the second base bag.
Stretched by Yamamoto, and the 0-1 pitch will wait, throw to first base, and diving back was Neto.
He looks like he's about ready to start 5,000-meter Olympic contests where you're not coming out of the blocks, but you are turned sideways and pointing to that direction.
He's just waiting for the starter's pistol to go off. Here's the 0-1 now to Shonowell. There goes the runner. Yamamoto steps up. He throws to second, and they got him. Neto took off before any move from Yamamoto. Yamamoto looked at first, didn't see him, threw to second, got him in plenty of time. And that's that for the Angels in the bottom of the second inning. We'll head to the third. It's the Angels 2, Dodgers nothing.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is A.
Well, how about the caught stealing there, the pickoff caught stealing where, Neto had 7 steps before he was even noticed. Pitch outside.
Well, Yamamoto never looked over. It was audibly the rest of his teammates and the entire first base dugout were yelling, "There he goes."
2-0 pitch. Freeland fouls it off one of his feet. Yeah, but it was one of those situations where once he realized the runner was going, he looked at first, and you could tell his surprise to look over there and not see him. He said, "Where did he go?" And then he threw a strike to second base to get him. But Neto with an enormously large jump. 2 balls and a strike to Alex Freeland. Soriano's pitch. Swung on, fouled off to our left, way up into the upper deck.
By the way, the traffic report, southbound 57 is moving nice and easy.
It's cleared up.
Yep.
That report brought to you by Rick Monday. Now a 2-2 on the way to Alex Freeland. He swings and hits a ground ball to first. That's scooped up on a short hop by Shonowell. He steps on the bag in the same motion, and there's one down. Hey, Dodger fans, listen to the game. Have your favorite food delivered with Uber Eats. Just open the app, order from a local spot, and enjoy every moment of the action. Alex Call in there for Teoscar Hernandez tonight. Dave Roberts telling us in the dugout before the game today that Teoscar's just not right now. I'm going to give him a breather. And Call, who was acquired at the trading deadline from the Washington Nationals, takes ball 1. His combined numbers between Washington and the Dodgers, 269, 3 home runs, 26 runs batted in. Strike called to him. Curveball from Soriano. Ball with 56 hits on the season, 208 at-bats. They play the corner outfield spots and in right field tonight. 1-1, looks at one off the plate. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, they played the third baseman just in front of the third base bag. The outfield, a little bit the opposite direction.
Soriano's 2-1. Swung on, ground ball to short. Backhanded by Neto. Sets his feet, throws hard to first, and retires call 6-3. 2 away. And back to the top of the order, Shohei Ohtani. For Ohtani, this is the second series in Anaheim as a visitor. And both Dodger fans and Angel fans applauding him each time he comes to the plate. 0 for 1 in the ball game, and he takes a strike here at the knees. Ohtani grounded out to Luis Rengifo at second base, his first time up. He's got a 9-game hitting streak going. Pitch is low, and it's 1-1.
That was the splitter.
Last 7 games, Ohtani's hitting .321, 9 for 28, 3 home runs. Swings and fouls one back to the screen. Behind him, 1-2.
Back-to-back splitters.
Ohtani, another home run yesterday. That's 2 games in a row. Trying for the hat trick here tonight. Here's the kick and the 1-2. Way high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ohtani. 2 out, nobody on. 2-0 Angels here in the third. Field swung around to the right.
3 consecutive splitters.
Here comes a 2-2 from Soriano. And that's inside and low. This time a sinker. Full count to Ohtani. Mookie Betts on deck. "3-2 pitch from the Angel right-hander. And Ohtani swings and strikes out. Threw him a curveball. Ohtani's 0 for 2. Third strikeout for Soriano through 2.5 at Angels Stadium. It's the Angels 2, Dodgers. Angels, who was left at the altar when Zach Neto was caught stealing. So Looks at a pitch low, ball one ball, no strikes. Shonwell, 271 hitter. 0 for 1 tonight. Fly to center field in the first. Yamamoto's next pitch, snapped down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Holding the bat high above his back left shoulder is Shonwell. He takes a strike. 2-1. Fastball clipped the outside corner. And a 2-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike. Came back with a curveball. And again, working the outside corner against Shonwell, the first baseman. Mike Trout on deck. That's playing toward the middle to the left of second base. Way off the bag and deep. Playing the shortstop position essentially is Muncy. And Shonwell chases a splitter down and away. He strikes out. 4th strikeout in the first one on a splitter for Yamamoto. 1 down. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM, too much good stuff. Trout will take a strike. He walked and scored in the first inning. And Trout tied with Dale Murphy on the all-time home run list with 398. Swings and fouls one behind him for strike 2. The current leader, active leader, is Giancarlo Stanton of the Yankees. He has 439 home runs. We were discussing this earlier in the booth today. Imagine if both Trout and Stanton stayed healthy. How many they'd have. 0-2, fastball up. I mean, you'd have to think Stan would be over 5 and Trout probably pushing 500. Now the 1-2. Swung on and a ground ball off the glove of Yamamoto. Behind the second base bag, Alex Freeland is there. Throws on to first in time to get Trout. 2 down.
Well, if you look at the Angels this year as a team, they've had only just 1 month where they had the winning record. That was in June. They were 15-11. May they were at 500, 14-14. But unfortunately, they have 9 consecutive losing seasons. That's the longest active streak in baseball.
Pitch outside to the left fielder, Taylor Ward. Ward walked his first time up.
So the Angels are 9 consecutive. The Rockies are 7. Of course, that counts this year because the Rockies have already clinched having a miserable year.
That might have started in April.
Boy, right after the anthem.
It's bad. It is not good. They have 87 losses already. Make it 88. They lost again, 3-2 to the Cardinals tonight in St. Louis. So they're 30-88. Saw one of the Rocky scouts here today and said, see you guys next week. Dodgers have 4 up in Denver on the road after the weekend series against San Diego. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Taylor Ward. 2 down, nobody on. Angels with a 2-0 lead. And Yamamoto out of the wide. He rocks and fires one home. It's low and in. 3-2, full count. 53 pitches to this point in the game for Yamamoto. Well, he steps straight back, facing home plate. Now he turns and fires. And the 3-2, called ball 4. Boy, I tell you what, Taylor Ward has an interesting strike zone tonight. Yamamoto thought he had the strike there. Will Smith thought he had the strike there, but Dan Iasonia's the opinion that counts behind the plate. Yohan Moncada, an RBI base hit in the first inning. Batting left-handed. He swings, hits a ground ball to second. Freeland right there, scoops it up. Little toss to first in time to get Moncada. No runs, no hits, 1 left, no Dodger errors. We go to the 4th inning. It's the Angels 2, Dodgers nothing.
AM.
Inning, his ERA is 9, batting average against 376.
1 ball, no strike pitch to Mookie. And Mookie lets it go outside. Pops out of the glove of D'Arnaud. Ball 2, 2-0. Right-handed hitters, 269 average overall against him. This is his second career appearance against the Dodgers. He appeared on the 8th of July in 2023. Only faced 6 batters. 4 of them reached base. And he was taken out. Strike called to Betts, 2-1. Betts and then Freeman to follow, and then Smith after that. Angel right-hander delivering the 2-1 pitch. And Mookie hits a ground ball left side. It is snared by Yoan Moncada. Throws over to first to get him. 1 down.
Well, you can join the Dodgers anytime. How about Salvadoran Heritage Night? On the 26th of this month, that's against the Cincinnati Reds. Vibrant pregame performance, and then you can claim an exclusive Salvadoran Night jersey with a special ticket package. So come on, join us. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Well, Freddie Freeman, he's from the neighborhood right around here in Orange. First pitch to Freddie, taken for a strike. 0-1. Freeman's 0 for 1. He just scorched a line drive into the glove of the second baseman, Luis Rengifo, in the first inning. 112 miles per hour off the bat. Swings here and misses. Four-seamer at 98. No balls, 2 strikes. Soriano ready to deliver. He steps and fires. And Freddie swings and strikes out on 3 pitches.
99 up and away.
4th strikeout for Soriano. 2 down. He's going through the teeth of the Dodger order here. And Soriano has not had a great season, especially at home. 1-7 with a 5.56 earned run average in 13 starts in this ballpark. But tonight, he's pitching that backwards. Ball 1 to Will Smith. Sinker outside. And we're looking to get back in the hit column. He swings and it goes off of Soriano and out into center field, a base hit. That one was postmarked right for Rengifo up the middle. But it hit either Soriano or something else and deflected right between Rengifo and Neto.
Yeah, hit the left foot, glanced off.
What the heel looked like, right? Upon further review, and kicked it out into slight left center field for a base hit. So 2-out single for Will Smith, and here's Max Muncy. It's a back foot single.
Better than a back foot slider.
Right. Muncy is 0 for 1. He flied to center his first time up in the second inning. Breaking ball in for a called strike.
And a curveball's first pitches in this inning.
Smith leads at first. Shonowell holding him. Extreme first base side of the rubber, barely making contact to Soriano. He delivers a pitch, and it's a swinging strike for Muncy. A splitter, and Max swinging right over the top for strike 2. Soriano has rolled out a pitch mix here tonight. The sequencing has been pretty good. 0-2. And Max checked his swing, and they appealed down to third base umpire Adam Beck, who confirmed it. But that was another splitter. So the curveball early in the count. He'll elevate the fastball, sinker on the corners. And now a 1-2 pitch. And Max swings, hits a ground ball to Shonowell, backhands it at first, reverses field, steps on the bag for the third out. No runs, a hit, a man left. At the end of 3.5, it's the Angels 2, Dodgers nothing.
When you want Dodgers, the only home.
Introducing baseball's all-new.
Studio, welcoming you in and thanking you for listening tonight. Now, Joe Adell is arguing with Dan Iasonia. Apparently, he has been issued a strike in the count on a pitch timer violation that's called on the hitter. And Adell was visibly upset at that. So an 0-1 pitch is in the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, you were mentioning the fourth inning for Soriano. 6.55 ERA this year in the fourth. As Adell cracks his bat and fouls it down the third baseline. And that follows up a third inning of 1.57 in terms of ERA. But he pitched like it was the third inning, this last inning.
Well, I think he's also changed the way he's gone about attacking first hitters of innings. As we talked about the fact that the leadoff hitters hit 380 against him through the first 24 starts this year. Well, he's mixed in the breaking ball and the splitter tonight, first pitch.
1-2, swing and a miss, and a fastball, and Adele strikes out for the second time in the game. One away. Strikeout number 5.
And Odell was just, he was just told you can go shower.
Yeah, he had something to say to Iasonia. And now interim manager Ray Montgomery is out to get him. And so Adele will get an early night.
Well, Adele was irritated because he was trying to plead in that first pitch that Yamamoto was not on the mound. And he said something as he's walking away, and he got the heave-ho.
So Adele out, and the Angels will have to figure that out. A new player out in right field in the next half inning. Luis Rengifo, the second baseman, standing in, taking all the way, and it's outside, ball 1. Yamamoto turns, fires, and it's in there for a strike. Now the big pitch for Yamamoto, the splitter, obviously. He's very good on it. His last 7 starts, the opposition just 7 for 48 against it. It's a 146 average, and now Rengifo hits one high to slight left center field. Going after it on the warning track is Andy Pages, and in front of the wall makes the catch. 2 down for the Angels in the 4th.
Yeah, that ball carried a long way.
Went out toward where the rock structure is and the waterfall that's out there, just to the left of that. The ball does seem to be carrying fairly well tonight. Travis d'Arnaud, strikeout victim, first time up, 0 for 1. 2 down, base is empty. Breaking ball, called strike. No balls and 1 strike. Pitch is low. 1-1. We told you that the Rockies lost. Cardinals beat them 3-2 tonight. But the Brewers, they beat the Pirates 7-1. The Brewers have won 10 in a row for the second time this year. They're now 74-44, 30 above 500, and the best record in Major League Baseball. Strike called to d'Arnaud. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called right at the knees. Inside corner fastball. 6th strikeout for Yamamoto, and he retires the side in order. 1, 2, 3 they go. On to the 5th inning. Angels 2, Dodgers nothing.
Shouldn't I be?
For the Dodgers, it'll be Andy Pages, Michael Conforto, and Alex Freeland, 6, 7, and 8 batting this inning against Jose Soriano, who so far for 4 innings has put together one of his best outings of the season.
Yeah, he just mixed in a lot of breaking balls in. He throws that fastball anywhere from 97 to 99. And the Dodgers have not really had very good swings after the first inning tonight.
Pages struck out looking at a curveball in the second inning. Soriano kicks and fires home, and Andy fouls it off to the third base side. Strike one. 0-1 to Pages. Get you caught up on some of the other scores today. A lighter card than normal on a Monday. The Padres in San Francisco taking on the Giants, top of the 5th inning. Scoreless there. 0-1. And a foul ball off the front left foot of Pages for strike 2. Good pitching matchup there tonight. Logan Webb going for the Giants. And he is having himself a pretty good year in spite of the Giants' overall record of 59-59. Yu Darvish going for the Padres. Here's an 0-2 now to Andy Pages. And Andy looks at one low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Diamondbacks are in Texas tonight. 6-6 the score. Bottom of the 9th inning. Now a 1-2 to Andy Pages from Soriano. Andy swings, fouls it behind him. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Going to the 9th inning in Houston, the Astros lead the Red Sox 7-6. And a delay in the top of the 9th inning in Chicago on the south side. Tigers 2, White Sox 1. 1-2 is low and away. Reds been playing pretty good baseball lately. They are trailing the Phillies, however. No, that game is final. Phillies beat them 4-1. That one's over. Romano over Abbott in that game. Kirkering the save. Swinging another foul back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another final in. The Yankees in the Bronx beating the Twins 6-2. Warren over Matthews. Royals beat the Nats 7-4 in Kansas City. And Andy looks at a curveball again and strikes out. Second time he's gone down looking at a curve from Soriano. 5 strikeouts for the Angels right-handed. 1 away for Michael Conforto. He struck out swinging on the Soriano curve. Needless to say, Soriano's had a good curve tonight. And he starts off Conforto with a backdoor curveball for a strike. It's 0-1. Dodgers have had 2 base runners tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch missed outside. Mookie Betts with a base hit in the first. He was stranded. And Will Smith with a base hit in the fourth. He was also left at first base. 1-1 to Conforto. He'll take a little high.
That's one of the things that Soriano has done is to throw strikes. You know, he came into this ballgame tonight having walked 61, which is a rather high number. Not tonight.
2-1. That is pounded foul into the Dodger dugout on the first base side. 2 ball, 2 strike count to Conforto. Alex Freeland on deck.
So Soriano coming in tonight had walked 1 batter for like every 2 innings up until tonight. And I also believe that he's changed the pattern. He's come with a lot of breaking pitches, that first pitch. He got tired of that 380 average first pitch to hitters.
2-2 pitch. Conforto lines it into the glove of a leaping Yoan Moncada. The third baseman robs Conforto of a hit. He was positioned well to begin with, but he climbed the ladder and right off the top rung, he made the grab and snared the line drive off the bat of Michael Conforto. That's the save of the game, brought to you by Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Go blue, cut green. Get a rebate for removing grass. Visit bewaterwise.com. And that kind of night so far for the Dodgers. Now in on the grass is Moncada for Freeland, batting lefty. 2 outs, base is empty, the pitch. And it's outside for a ball. Now the Angels have won 5 of the last 6 in this series. Dodgers had an 11-game winning streak at one point recently, and then the Angels have started to reel off victories. Of course, sweeping them back in May, but 5 of the last 6, the Dodgers have been on the wrong side of the score. The Angels in this freeway series have the all-time lead in wins. It's close. And Freeland takes a strike. 2 balls and a strike to Alex. The Angels have won 78 games. The Dodgers have won 73. So 5 games separate them. The pitch. And that is low and in. 3 balls and a strike to Alex Freeland. At Angel Stadium, though, the Angels have had the upper hand, 43-21. Three-one pitch. Low ball 4, and the Dodgers get a base runner with 2 men out. Right fielder Alex Call coming up. Call so far tonight 0 for 1, grounded to short. Out of Ball State, Muncie, Indiana, from River Falls, Wisconsin. He hits the ball toward the right field corner. It is slicing, and it goes foul into the seats. Alex Call, 30 years of age. Got his 31st birthday coming up on the 27th of September. Two down, Freeland at first, and Call representing the tying run here. We'll look at a strike on the outside corner, a sinker.
That's pretty much down the middle.
That was a little bit off the corner, more toward the middle for sure. Caught a lot of the plate. .2016, Call was a third-round pick of the White Sox, and he just chased a pitch in the dirt and strikes out. And it was a curve that was buried in the clay right in front of home plate. 6 strikeouts for Jose Siriano. No hits for the Dodgers. They leave him in through 4.5.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager.
Strike to Teodosio. Well, so far, the pitching of Jose Soriano is not what the Angels have been getting out of him for the majority of the year. Oh, there's a flare and an excuse-me base hit to right field. Not even a full swing for Teodosio. Fooled by the curveball, but it hit the right part of the barrel of the bat and dropped into right field for a leadoff hit.
No, that was a 50% discount swing.
It was on sale already. My goodness. Anyway, again, as I said before, it's been that kind of night so far for the Dodgers. Now, Zach Neto homered his first time up. He checks the swing but fouls the pitch off. 0-1.
That's where you hear sometimes, Tim, on the benches. You know, that's a crime. Somebody, a big guy like you, hit the ball that hard.
Let's see, what was the exit velocity? 68.
Yeah.
There you go.
Every bit of it.
And Neto ambushed the first pitch of the game from Yamamoto. Hit it out to right. Got the Angels on the board early. Swings, fouls one back into the second deck on the first base side.
Hey, friends, you can play at Dodger Stadium. That's right. The 2025 Adult Camp takes place September 10th through the 13th. So you can play games, get coached by Dodger legends, plus get a ticket to the Shohei Ohtani bobblehead night. So feel like a pro. Reserve your spot. Dodgers.com/adult camp.
Up in 2 pitches high. Taken for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Zach Neto. Neto's out of Campbell University. Played for the Campbell Camels, Breeze Creek, North Carolina. And a first rounder in 2022 by the Angels. One-two pitch to the Angels shortstop. Just inside a little bit. Splitter out on the borderline.
And Neto doesn't really have a stride. He's forward in the box. He's not as deep back towards the catcher as some. But he basically picks up the left front heel and then turns his foot, left foot, and it really comes off the ground at all.
2-2 check swing foul ball.
It's more of a weight transfer than anything else. But it has worked, and worked nicely this year.
Well, you don't have to tell him to get the front foot down.
No, it's already there.
It's already there. Right-handed batter waits. Nobody out, man at first base. 2-2 pitch from Yamamoto. Swung out, belted to left field. That's a base hit. One hop for Conforto, rounding second and heading for third is Teodosio. A head-first slide into third, although the throw went into second base. It's the second hit of the ball game for Neto. And with nobody out, the Angels have runners at the corners.
Yeah, that swing's working nice for Neto. Also nice base running going first to third. Knowing that Conforto had to go to his left, towards left center field, there's no way he could catch the ball and immediately throw over to third to get him.
Bo Porter, the third base coach, talking to Teodosio over there. Eric Young at first. Talking to Neto, who's got a big lead, expecting him to go anytime. As Nolan Shonowell, left-handed batter, takes a strike. Well, you got to figure Neto's going to try one here, right?
And for Yamamoto, he better look over there. Did not look over the first time. His teammates had to tell him, step off. The guy's going.
And the pitch. Shonowell bounces one foul over by the first base dugout.
And not really looking there either. Check the runner at third.
Van Iasonia requests some more baseballs after the number of foul balls he's lost. So Angel Bat Boy runs him out some new ones. 0-2 to Shonowell. Nobody out, 2 on. Angels threatening in the bottom of the 5th, up 2-0.
There's that track meet lead over at first by Neto.
Yamamoto stretching, now the pitch. And it hits Shonowell, and he's immediately jumping around. Got him in the left hand, it looked like. And he is down on his knees in pain. So load the bases. One of the Angels trainers, along with the interim manager, Ray Montgomery, over there to check on him. While they do that, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers audio network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Still looking at Nolan Shonowell. Neto has moved down to second base.
Shonowell, that stride he was striding into the ball, and his hands were coming through, didn't raise them, and it hit the top hand, which, you start to look at somewhere around, it looked like the heel of the hand where that hamate bone is located. And he's still a lot of discomfort.
Still down on his right knee. Looking at the ground now. They're looking at the outside part of the hand too.
Yeah,
and on the wrist.
Yeah, right where the hamate bone is located.
That's a tough spot.
Well, that happens a lot when you're anticipating. And even though there was 2 strikes, you're anticipating and moving forward with your stride. And if you stand off the side of a hitter, and you see the head moving forward about 2 feet as you're drifting in the ball, that makes it really difficult to move your hands because you can't turn your body into the pitch. Your really only chance surviving is to raise your arms. If you do, the ball goes right by you and you never get touched.
He's going to stay in the game. He's got it worked out, and he's going to run down and stay in the game. In the meantime, Mark Pryor heads out with Will Ireton, the Japanese translator, to have a meeting on the mound. And this mound visit is brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
Well, this is a spot. Don't tell Yamamoto that the guy that's coming to home plate in his career with bases loaded is a .387 hitter. And by the way, has 6 career grand slams.
Mike Trout waiting to hit, but he's going to have to wait a little longer. Dan Iasonia goes out to break up the meeting on the mound. Angels have loaded the bases. 2 hits and a hit batsman. And a really tough spot for Yamamoto here. Nobody out, bases full. Angels with a 2-0 lead and looking to add on.
There's no one throwing in the Dodgers bullpen.
77 pitches right now for Yamamoto.
And there's not anybody standing in the bullpen.
Well, here is Trout. 0 for 1 with a walk. He scored a run tonight. Yamamoto's first pitch to him is high and in, ball 1. And Trout out of Millville, New Jersey. First rounder in 2009. He has been absolutely spectacular for this Angel club. And could he hold up the swing? No, he couldn't. First base umpire Scott Berry on appeal says Trout went around. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And he did.
Trout looking out. Runners off first, second, and third. The 1-1 on the way. Swung on and missed. That's a strike. 1-2. A fastball up and away. Trout looks out. Yamamoto is set to go. Again, nobody out. 1-2 pitch. Swung on. He got a piece of it and fouled it straight back.
Yeah, it was a better swing than the pitch before.
Breeze has picked up slightly. It's blowing out to left center, towards center field. Just a slight breeze. Now the 1-2 coming to Trout. He swings and it's on the ground into right field, a base hit. Teodosio scores. Here comes Neto speeding in right behind him. It's a 2-out base hit for Trout, and the Angels lead it 4-0.
Third hit in the inning, plus a hit batsman. And still no one moving around in the Dodgers bullpen.
Shonwell stopped at second base, so first and second, nobody out. And the batter will be Taylor Ward. Ward has walked twice. He has an 8-game hitting streak against the Dodgers, and during that time hitting .387 with 4 homers. Now the 1-2. Swung out, fouled away to the right, way up there.
Tim, it is amazing. The good players, and especially if you're looking at Mike Trout, and he's healthy. I mean, in his career, that's incredible. Bases loaded .387. Well, that went up a couple of clicks on that base hit.
Yamamoto's nothing in one pitch. Inside the Ward. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, and he hit the ball where it was pitched, too. And, it was a good piece of hitting. It's on the outer half. He went that way. There was some open real estate on the right side of the infield. He took advantage of it. 1-1. Strike called in the corner. Outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trout leads at first. Shonwell from second. 1-2 to Ward. Swung on, fouled back to the screen. Well, Trout, he's going to be here for a while. Remember, he signed a 12-year deal. And he is signed through 2030. I gave him a couple of dollars to stay here. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball to third. Backhanded by Muncy. Goes to second one. Freeland the turn. Stretch. Safe at first. Well, they get Trout on the force in the middle. Shonwell moves to third base, and Ward is safe at first. Four goes the put out in the middle, 1 down. Force play is in order, and now Yoan Moncada up for the 3rd time. He's 1 for 2. RBI single in the first, and he grounded out to Freeland at second in the 3rd inning. Middle infield playing for 2, even with the bag off the line at third is Muncy. Pitches low to Moncada. Yoan Moncada made his major league debut against the Athletics while he was with Boston. And he was sent to the White Sox. He rips one down the right side foul. He was part of the deal with Michael Kopech, where Boston sent both Kopech and Moncada to the White Sox for Chris Sale. And Kopech with the White Sox until last year, then coming over to the Dodgers. And Michael has been throwing. He's been getting himself ready to come back. Expected back by the end of the month. 1-1 pitch. That swung on, fisted foul, and off to the left and out of play. And it's kind of funny as you go along. You constantly run into stories about guys who are teammates. They're playing against one another now. They might have been part of the same trade at some time. There's a ground ball toward the middle. That's passed. Freeland into right center. Shonwell comes in to score. Heading to third base is Ward. He'll be safe. It is 5-0 Angels. The second RBI base hit for Moncada.
And Yamamoto was not backing up third base either.
Dodgers now with right-handed action in the bullpen. Looks like Alexis Diaz throwing. Moncada got one just out of the range of Freeland. Still 1 out. 3 runs in so far. 4 hits and a hit batsman. And Gustavo Campero comes up from the left side. First time he's been to the plate tonight. He took over for Joe Adell, who was ejected last inning. He takes a strike. And in the cut of the grass at third is Muncy. Freeman holding Moncada at first. Another strike delivered to Campero. Gustavo Campero is from Lorica in Colombia. 27 years old. 0-2 pitch. He slaps it to short. Mookie's got it. He'll have one play. It's to first, and he gets it there in time, but a run comes in. Taylor Ward will score. It is now 6-0 Angels. Moncada safe at second. And when Mookie had to charge that ball, he was at an angle he couldn't throw back to second. He needed to take the out in front of him. So Campero gets a run batted in on a ground out.
The Angels has done a very good job of getting runners over and either advancing them and or knocking them in.
0-2 pitch. That is down low. Luis Rengifo, 0 for 2. Grounded to third in the first, and then in the fourth inning, flying to center. Takes inside, and it's now 2-0. This is going to be it for Yamamoto regardless. He's at 96 pitches and has been knocked around for 6 runs. 2-0 pitch. And that's outside. Interesting thing about this outing for Yamamoto was the Dodgers gave him an extra day. He was originally slated to pitch yesterday at Dodger Stadium, but they gave him an extra day, so he's pitching once a week. And usually when he pitches once a week, he's really, really good. But tonight the Angels have found some holes in the infield. Got a home run off of him as well. 3-1 to Rengifo. The pitch. Inside ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the second time this inning.
Well, the other thing that the Angels have done is that they make contact. Here comes Dave Roberts. I mean, if you look at yesterday's ball game, through 5 innings tonight, you add it up, the Dodgers have struck out 16 times.
Yamamoto's going to go 4 2/3. 99 pitches will be it. Dave Roberts has come out and taken the baseball from him, and Alexis Diaz will come out and take over. The right-hander will be in next. We'll take a pitching.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang.
13th appearance for Diaz. 1-0 the record is ERA 7.82. Remember, that's combined between the Dodgers and Cincinnati, whom he began the season with. Diaz facing Travis d'Arnaud. And the first pitch to the catcher is in there for a strike. Diaz got his first win as a Dodger on the 29th of July at Cincinnati, his former home. 0-1 pitch, and d'Arnaud lines one to right field, right at Alex Call, makes a shoulder-high catch. 2 pitches, and Diaz puts out the fire, but damage done. 4 runs in for the Angels in the bottom of the 5th inning. We head to the 6th. It's the
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio.
Gets into his 6th inning of work. Oh, Ohtani hitting .282, looking out at Jose Soriano. Soriano kicks and fires, and that's inside, ball 1.
The Dodgers have yet to have a runner go as far as second base in this game.
1 ball, no strike pitch. Outside, 2-0. Well, Angels pitching coach Barry Enright was looking for something to help Soriano. And we came up with an idea. Here's a 2-0. That's inside, 3-0 to Shohei. And with Soriano being from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, he thought he'd get one of the best Dominican pitchers he could think of. Well, Shohei takes ball 4, low and in. And the leadoff man is aboard for the first time in the game for the Dodgers. And Barry Enright comes out and wants to have a word now with Soriano. And he might tell him, hey, remember what Pedro told you, because he tracked down Pedro Martinez, the Hall of Famer, former Dodger, and had him talk with Soriano and said, hey, look, you've got to be more of a bulldog in terms of how you fill up the strike zone. And he took the advice to heart. And ever since he's had that conversation with Pedro Martinez, Soriano has been like a different pitcher for the Angels.
Well, especially when you had the lead. That's one of those situations. Look, I'm going to allow a hitter to get on base. He's going to have to swing the bat.
A quick meeting.
Yep. And for the Angels, lefty warming up.
Andrew Chafin Now getting loose. Well, nobody out, runner at first. Dodgers looking to chip away here in the 6th inning. Well, the pitch to Mookie is a strike called. Started him with a sinker down the middle. There's that pitch again that he has thrown successfully tonight. Dodger hitters have been taking that pitch down the middle. Ohtani leads at first. Pitch. And Mookie swings, hits a fly ball to shallow center. Coming in is Teodosio. He'll make the catch. And there is one down for the Dodgers now in the top of the 6th inning. Mookie now 1 for 3. And Freddie Freeman, the batter. Freddie's 0 for 2. Struck out on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball last time up in the 4th. Middle infield, double play depth. Third baseman off the bag. That's Moncada. Pitch to Freddie is bounced and blocked by Darno.
And Soriano this year, 7 wild pitches.
One ball, no strikes. For the Angels, gets help from the twin kill to end the top of the 6th inning. After 5.5, it's the Angels 6, Dodgers nothing.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 5.
And Mike Trout for the Angels. That's an update from San Francisco. Jake Cronenworth broke a 1-1 tie with an RBI base hit, and Freddie Fermin hit a 2-run homer. And the Padres in the top of the 7th lead Logan Webb and the Giants 4-1. As the Padres continue to get perilously close to catching the Dodgers in the National League Western Division. Bryce Teodosio will lead off here. He'll swing and miss. Teodosio led off the fifth inning, singling and scoring. And he's in the hole now. Ball and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting center fielder. Teodosio, then Neto, then Shawnuel, then Trout. The pitch swing and a miss. And Diaz makes real quick work of him with an outside fastball. There's one away in the home half of the 6th inning. The hard-working Chevy Silverado, built on a legacy of long-lasting dependability. See your Southern California Chevy dealer today or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. And now Neto takes outside ball 1. So rushing over there at first, Mo.
Gives him a chance, get in the ball game, get some swings.
Pitch snapped in for a strike. Well, catching twice a week, but now getting an opportunity at first base to get in there, maybe get an at bat or 2. Two balls, 1 strike to Zach Neto. 1 out. Nobody on base. Diaz fires. Swing and a grounder wide of third, foul. Back behind the mound. Diaz picks up the rosin bag, drops it back down. 2-2 the count. Shawnuel on deck. And Neto, the right-handed batter, waits. Pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's one other game going on in the major leagues right now. Everything else has gone final. In West Sacramento, the Rays lead the Athletics 4-0. They're in the top of the 5th. 2-2. Swung on, drill to center field and deep. Back goes Pages, still running. He looks up. It is gone. That's the second home run tonight for Zach Neto. It is 7-0 Angels. He had a line drive that he just smoked out of here over the wall in slight left center field. Right in front of the rock sculpture. That ball was smoked. 397 feet.
That was hit like it was a 2-iron.
3-hit night for Neto, and 2 of them have left the yard. That was a slider. Left out over the good part of the plate.
The slider didn't do much sliding, but it changed directions in a hurry.
Well, Shawnuel, 1 ball, no strikes. A multi-home run game for Neto. And a 7-0 lead. Dodgers have only 2 hits in the game.
They again have not had a runner. Not one single runner reach second base.
For Neto, it's his 3rd career multi-home run game. His last one came in Houston against the Astros last September 22nd. Pitch to Shawnuel. He hits a fly ball to right field. Call has it lined up. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And now Mike Trout coming up. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. Scored a run, and he's driven in 2.
Those multi-home run games, I mean, you look at Neto, it's been a fun night. 2 home runs, a single, a walk. Been on base 4 times.
Pitches up high and inside to Mike Trout.
And 2 of those 4 times briefly.
1-0. Trout swings, hits a high fly ball to center, playable. And getting underneath it is Pages. He'll make the catch. And the side retired. A run on the home run by Zach Neto. We go to the 7th. It's the Angels 7, Dodgers nothing.
AM 570.
LA's best sports talk.
The real.
For Garcia. It's 2-0. Facing Will Smith. 7-0 Angels as we start the 7th inning. And what can you say about Jose Soriano? Certainly his best pitch game at home. That's undisputable, but more than likely his best of the season. 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs. Walked 2 and struck out 6. 91 pitches, 52 for strikes. Smith takes a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Will Smith. And Garcia fires home, and it's outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, you look at those numbers by Soriano, Mo, that's what you'd call a quality start. We had dinner with the man who invented the quality start tonight.
John Lowe.
2-1 pitch, swung on, grounded foul past third.
And I asked John a number of years ago, say, quality start. How did you come up with that? Which is 6 innings, 3 earned runs or less, which is a 4.5 ERA, by the way, if that's the qualification. Because every time he would talk to a general manager about his ball club, that phrase kept coming up. Well, this guy gives us a quality start.
Pitch outside to Will, 3-2.
So John Lowe sat down and had a bite to eat with us tonight, and first question I asked him is, so when are you going to revamp the qualifications for a quality start? Because now starting pitchers are not going deep into games.
3-2 pitch hit into right field over toward the line. To make the catch is Gustavo Campero.
Yeah, and it makes sense. I mean, you've increased the roster to 26 players. That 26 is now a pitcher. So you have expanded your bullpen in an effort to keep guys healthy. Well, that has not exactly worked for this Dodger ball club. And in particular with starting pitchers staying healthy.
Max Muncy, the batter, Dodger third baseman. Garcia throws him a strike.
Well, here's the story on the Dodger starting pitchers. 16 different starting pitchers this year. That's tied with the A's for the most in Major League Baseball. 16.
0-1 is low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Angels on the flip side of the coin. And yes, Angels are second to last in American League West. They've used 7 different starters.
Now a 1-1 pitch, and Max watches it low.
So there are 4 teams in baseball that have used just 7. Besides the Angels, the Rays, the Diamondbacks, and the Cardinals.
They've got to have a deep roster. 2-1 in there for a strike, 2-2. But that's the thing, and every manager says this in spring training. Hey, we got a 40-man roster, and it's going to take at least all you 40 and maybe more to get through a season now.
Well, there's one thing that all 4 of those teams have in common. None of them are in first place in their division.
Isn't that right? 2-2, swung on and fouled off to the left.
So if you're going to, write a thesis on what's going to happen with starting pitchers, well, okay. 7. Is that good? Well, again, none of those 4 teams are in first place in their divisions.
2 ball, 2 strike pitch to Muncy from Garcia. That is chopped foul. Rolls over to the on-deck circle. Randy Paez picks it up. Shakey's Pizza Parlor is the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. 2-2 the count. Muncy waits. Garcia ready to go out of the stretch. And the pitch is low. 3-2, full count.
It sounds like a broken record. The Dodgers like to break the record. They're still trying to get a runner as far as second base tonight. It's not happening.
Now a 3-2. Muncy rips one foul way down the right field side, curling into the stands.
Hey, looking ahead for good nights? Well, every night's a good night at Dodger Stadium. How about Mookie Betts' World Champion Ring Night, August 25th? Reds are in. First 40,000 fans will get a special Mookie Betts Championship ring presented by Toyo Tires. Come on, join us. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Payoff pitch to Muncy from Garcia. Inside, ball 4, and the Dodgers have a base runner.
Good at bat right there.
1 out and 1 on, and Andy Pages coming up.
Not just because of the walks do I say it's a good at bat. There were some good swings, and Muncy did not expand the strike zone.
Pages has struck out looking twice tonight, both at Jose Soriano curveballs. But now facing Garcia, rips it up the middle into center, a base hit. Stopping at second base is Muncy. Just the third hit for the Dodgers tonight, and the first time they've had a runner in scoring position.
Well, they're able to break the record, at least for this game. That was a fastball pretty much down the middle, and for Pages, perfect swing.
Well, Michael Conforto up. He is 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the second, and then robbed of a hit in the fifth when Yohan Moncada made a great play on him, leaping and stabbing the baseball about as high as he could reach. On a hot line drive to left. He'll take inside ball 1. Seven nothing Angels. Dodgers now starting to wipe their eyes and get the sleep out of them a little bit. 1-0. Conforto takes low. 2 balls, no strikes.
A lot of work to do, but there is some time.
Jack Dreyer in the Dodger bullpen right now. 2-0. Conforto looks at a ball low. It's 3-0. And 1 pitch away from loading the bases. Angels are now scrambling the bullpen, getting a lefty up. Looks like Brock Burke is going to get up. 3 ball, no strike pitch to Conforto. Here it comes. And that is in for a strike call. Three ball, 1 strike count on Michael Conforto. Muncy off of second. Pages not being held at first. And the pitch is swung on and fouled back in out of play. 44,571 on hand tonight. And this Monday night at Angels Stadium in Anaheim to see Game 1 of the Freeway Series. It is a sellout for the Angels. Expecting 2 more of these. Inside, ball 4, and Conforto takes a walk. Garcia's walked 2, and now the bases are full of Dodgers for the first time in the ballgame.
And they're trying to make it interesting.
Barry Enright, the pitching coach, goes out. He's going to try to buy some time for Burke, the lefty. He's taking a slow walk and he'll lumber up the slope of the mound. That'll give Burke a few more pitches out there anyway. But Alex Freeland comes up, the number 8 hitter in the order, with Alex Call on deck. And a good opportunity now for the Dodgers to try to cash in. Now, runners in scoring position lately, that hasn't always amounted to a lot of runs. But, again, it's a matter of contact and a matter of opportunity. And the Dodgers looking to take advantage here in the top of the 7th inning, yet to get on the scoreboard.
Well, they have 38 come from behind victories. It's uphill right now, but They've been climbing a lot of hills.
Freeland 0 for 1 with a walk. Switch hitter batting left. Garcia's pitch to it. That is a sweeper in there for a strike. That started outside in the other batter's box and came over the outside third of the plate. Muncy at third, Pages at second, Conforto at first. 0-1 pitch, taken for a strike, and it's 0-2. Two-seamer on the inside edge. Freeland asks for time. Bases loaded, 1 out. And Garcia pumps his front leg a couple of times. He's set. From the belt, delivers. 0-2 off the end of the bat, foul back to the backstop.
That would have been ball one. That was about shin high, low shin.
Freeland ready. And the pitch. It's outside for a ball. Freeland out of the University of Central Florida. Mariner High School in Cape Coral in the Fort Myers area. He swings, pops it back, foul and out of play. Cape Coral, a great spot. Oh, a great spot to get a hit right here, though. And the 1-2 from Garcia. Swung on ground ball back to Garcia. He goes to home. There's one back to first. That's a 1-2-3 inning-ending double play. Boy, the Angels are living right. They got out on the right side of the bed this morning. No runs. 1 hit. And 2 left. Stretch time in Anaheim. Middle of the 7th. It's the Angels 7, Dodgers nothing.
LA's best sports star.
That's a good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA Sports.
He's been on base 3 times, twice with a walk, and he scored once. And Jack bounces one at the plate. This pitching change brought to you by Navien, HVAC and water heater products. Ward looks out, and Dreyer shrugs his shoulders, comes to the set position, kicks, fires, and bounces another breaking ball up there. He's short on the last two. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bottom of the 7th, brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now a 2-1 pitch. And a strike called. Well, what a rough break for the Dodgers. Bases loaded, 1 out, and Freeland hits into a 1-2-3 inning-ending double play. Typically, you get 2 walks and a hit in the same inning, you're going to produce at least 1 run.
Well, if you look at the 8th and 9th yesterday, you expect to do something also when you're looking at 7 walks in 2 innings.
Well, this stuff happens in baseball. You don't expect it when you get 13 walks like yesterday. But 3-2 pitch, cracked to short. Mookie plays it on a backhand, throws low to first, and rushing with a good hop to play. Snares it, and Ward is out. 6-3, 1 away. One down, and here is Yoan Moncada. He'll turn around to bat right-handed against the lefty Dreyer. Moncada 2 for 3, 2 runs batted in. A couple of singles tonight for the Angels. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. This is not Moncada. This is Peraza. So Peraza has come off the bench. And Moncada takes a seat. Right-handed batter, Oswaldo Peraza. Bounces one to third. Max Muncy plays the head-high hop. Throws a little high, but rushing there to grab it for the out. Peraza is gone. 5-3 the put out, 2 down. Had me fooled when I thought he was turning around to bat right-handed, but Ray Montgomery getting another player in there, another player out. So Peraza grounds out, and here is Campero, who took over for Adele after Adele was ejected in the 4th inning. And the pitcher's in there for a strike. Campero switch hitter. He's batting right-handed. And Ron Washington, the manager, not managing till further notice due to health reasons. And Montgomery's taken over as the interim manager in his stead.
And we all wish Ron a speedy recovery. He is one of those guys that absolutely loves the game of baseball. He's been a wonderful teacher all throughout his career. As a player, and then as a coach, and as a manager.
Oh, and 2 to Campero. Dreyer out of the stretch. Dodger left-hander fires home. And the pitch fouled off behind him. Still 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swung on, well hit to left. Going back on it is Conforto, and he is right there on the warning track to make the catch. And the side retired in order in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2-3 they go. It'll be 9-1-2 coming up. Alex Call, Shohei Ohtani, and Mookie Betts in the top of the 8th. It's the Angels 7, Dodgers nothing.
AM 570.
LA's best sports talk.
And Anderson's first pitch is taken for a strike. Oswaldo Peraza remains in the game at third base for the Angels. Just the 7th appearance for Anderson this year in the big league level. He's 1-0 with an ERA over 7. Floridian, he fires a strike in there, and it's now 0-2. He is out of the University of Florida and from the Plantation area. Originally drafted in the 3rd round by Boston. Anderson comes set. Here's his 0-2 to Alex Call. And Call, the 3/4 swing, strikes out. Second time he's gone down on strikes. The slider did not cooperate with him. And that is out number 1. This pitching change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. And now it's Ohtani facing Anderson. Anderson just pumping in strike after strike. Anderson sets, he deals. And the ball is swung on and smacked foul, third base side. That'll go well up into the box seats. Top of the 8th inning brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo celebrating 20 years of good times. Oh, and 2 to Shohei. He's got 99 home runs in this ballpark. He's looking for 100. Takes a pitch low. Ohtani waiting patiently at the plate. And Anderson ready to deal. Now the pitch is way inside, goes to the backstop. For Anderson, this is his 3rd time in the big leagues this season. He was called up from AAA recently. Salt Lake City is where their AAA club is. Got a brand new ballpark there this year. 2-2. And that one is ruled to be low, a changeup. Count is full, 3-2. And Coral Springs, Florida is home for Sean Anderson. Angels right-hander set to go. Darno sets the target. The 3-2. Ohtani swings, hits a drive deep to right. This one headed back toward the wall. Gone! It's a home run for Ohtani. Home run number 42. And the Dodgers get on the board at 7-1. Ohtani with a 10-game hitting streak.
You make a mistake in location, you can send it a long, long way. Daniels Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. So visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet along with $50 off a $99 coupon.
I've been waiting for you to read that tonight.
We had it ready.
Ohtani with home runs in back-to-back-to-back games. 3 straight. One ball and 1 strike to Mookie Betts. And that pitch in the dirt. That's the best drive of the game, presented by Edmunds. See how much your car is worth at Edmunds.com. And Mookie fouls one off to the right, just underneath the sweet level. Ball in, 2 strikes. Kyle Schwarber, the Phillies, also hit one tonight in the 8th inning. Mookie swings and hits a drive to left field. That's going to get down for a hit. Mookie rounding first. He'll hold there. It's a 2-hit night for Mookie Betts. He's 2 for 4. Dodgers have a man on and 1 out. So Schwarber and Ohtani still tied atop the National League leaderboard in home runs, keeping pace with one another. Cal Raleigh is your Major League leader over in the American League with Seattle. Well, Dalton Rushing gets up to the plate for the first time. Swings, pops it up. Foul, third base side, long run, and the catch is made by Peraza. The third baseman just into the game, ran a long way, ran over toward the wall where they keep the rain tarp, well down the line, and made the catch.
And one thing we've noticed about Rushing, he swings at a lot of first pitches. Now the question is, are they real good pitches to swing at?
Will Smith, the batter, with 2 down and a runner aboard. And he will take a strike. Cutter in there from Sean Anderson. Nothing in 1 to Will Smith. He singled in the 4th, 1 for 3. That pitch is low. In fact, he singled right off the heel of the starting pitcher for the Angels, Jose Soriano. He hit a ball toward the middle, right at Luis Rengifo, the second baseman, but it hit the heel of Soriano and kicked away out into the outfield. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Will looks at it low. 2-1. Two ball, 1 strike pitch to Smith. Anderson steps off. So Ohtani is 42nd home run. And each year he's hit 40 or more, he's won the MVP. Think of that. Right now he's on pace. If you look at the on-pace stats, he would be on pace for 57 home runs. More than last year. Also 152 runs scored. He's the major league leader in runs scored. 112. That pitch is on the inside corner. Borderline pitch, and it went Anderson's way. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, Tim, with Ohtani, there's also some discussions. You know, I don't know if the Dodgers have entertained these discussions or not, but a lot of people on the periphery about where you bat Ohtani in the lineup.
2-2 fouled off.
And people saying, well, you know, that's one at bat that he has guaranteed every game, doesn't have a runner on base. And if you look at the percentages, with the home runs that he has, 42. That was the 28th solo blast.
It was in the 8th inning. 2-2. That's inside 3-2. Again, he's got 11 leadoff homers. Yep. He had a leadoff homer yesterday. But when you look at it also from the RBI standpoint, 78 RBIs, and 42 of those are just driving himself in.
And that's incredible that many RBIs as a leadoff hitter, regardless of the number of home runs, because you're not having at-bats. And that's why you look at, you know, construction of lineups today are different than if you look back and say decades ago. I mean, Schwarber has batted in the leadoff spot. So many years also, both with the Cubs and with the Phillies on top of it.
3-2. Mookie goes, swung on. That's lined into center, a base hit. Mookie around second, on his way to third. And Smith at first with his second hit of the night. And the Dodgers with 2 men on for Max Muncy.
This construction lineup used to be, different. You wanted a speedster at the top of the order, a guy that could put the ball into play, maybe get on base, the number 2 guy, because the hit and run was a weapon that was used and believed in years ago. You wanted a guy that could slap the ball around the ballpark, and then you went with the power guys. The number 3 guy that power could make contact, the number 4 guy with power again, 5, same thing. But now lineups are being, revamped on the importance. And I think a lot of it has to do, what's the personnel that you have on the team, and what's the mindset? Where's the comfort zone for your players on where they hit in lineups?
Barry Enright, the pitching coach for the Angels, goes out for a word. And we'll take 10 seconds for station identification on the Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers.
Right-hander Connor Brogdon starts to throw for the Angels. 7-1 the score. 2 on, 2 out. Muncy coming up. The other side of that argument, Mo, is like, okay, he comes up in the first inning, nobody's on base. But who do you want up in the 9th inning to have that extra at-bat with a game on the line? Right? I mean, he's going to have more opportunities at the end of the game, too.
Depending on where you are in the lineup.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Once the
your leadoff guy, if you look at the total scope of the season, is going to be at bat more often than the guys in the middle of the lineup, most likely, and certainly the guys at the bottom.
Anderson's pitch to Muncy, swung on and hammered deep down the right field line. This ball is gone. Maxwell swinging the silver hammer in Anaheim. A 3-run home run. It is 7-4 for Max Muncy. Home run number 17. He hooked it right down the line. Gustavo Campero, the right fielder who went after it, looks like he's injured himself up against the wall. He is sitting down against the 350 marker. But Muncy with a 3-run blast gets the Dodgers right back in it.
Yeah, Campero holding his left ankle. But that fence surprised the heck out of him. And Max Muncy surprised the heck out of that pitch. This has become a very interesting game right now. By the way, Daniels Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond every time, by the way. Your family jeweler since 1948. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon.
And Campero's spikes got caught in the outfield wall, and there's a couple of slices there where the front spikes from his left foot kind of, short-stepped the wall a little bit, and he is feeling it now out there. He's being attended to. But for Muncy, it's the 4th home run in the last 6 games for him. Yeah, we told you early on in the broadcast tonight that since he's returned from the IL, he's been hitting around .430.
Yeah, right now another trainer's being called out. I don't think that they want, and this is scary, they don't like to see anyone get hurt. I'm not certain they want Campero to even put weight on the left ankle at the present time, and he's still in a lot of discomfort. I think they're going to bring out the cart.
Yeah, they are. They're calling for some assistance as Campero is in the right field corner. Muncy hit it over the short wall in the right field corner for a 3-run homer. It's now a 7-4 ball game here in the 8th.
Yeah, they have a signal, and paramedics are going to come out with their cart. One of the paramedics coming out of the far end of the third base dugout. This is not good to see anybody. The other part too is, I understand there's an injury. The Dodgers would like this game to have continued with momentum. Now it's one of those spots, hey, get a couple of guys on and a swing at a bat. It's a tie game.
I'll give you an update from San Francisco. They're late in that ballgame now, top of the 9th inning. Padres leading the Giants 4-1. And the A's trying to climb back in their game with the Rays. 6-4, Tampa Bay leading. Bottom of the 7th in Sacramento tonight. Everything else has gone final in the big leagues.
Well, the one medical guy is still walking out to the right field. He is not going to pull a muscle going out there.
Nice. Kind of reminds me of the beekeeper in Arizona a couple of seasons ago.
Well, at least they brought the beekeeper in on a cart.
Took him a while to get there.
They had to run him on a golf cart. They had to find him and wait for him because he was on the northwest side of Phoenix at his son's Little League game.
That's right. Well, the cart that they want to get is in the left field corner, right near the bullpens. The gate is open, but they have not been able to drive it out on the warning track yet. And it looks like they might have driven it around the concourse underneath, and they'll open the right field gate, and that's where they'll get the cart out rather than have them drive on the warning track. So the cart's just about there for Gustavo Campero. Just an odd-looking situation. It was his left foot that spiked the wall, the green, thick canvas, that the padded canvas that covers the wall. Oh, no, now they have come from the left field corner. And here comes the cart all the way along the warning track. Looked like there was another vehicle beyond the right field corner. But either way, Campero just awkwardly had his foot stick in the wall, and it tore up the canvas as he fell down.
Yeah, he is still seated. He has not gotten to his feet at all. And this is very concerning from an injury standpoint.
So this inning, Alex Call started it off. He struck out on a slider, and then Ohtani came up, hit his 42nd home run of the season. Solo blast to get the Dodgers on the board. Mookie Betts a base hit. Dalton rushing. Popped out foul to third. Good play, too, made by Oswaldo Peraza. Will Smith with a base hit to center field. And with 2 on and 2 out, Max Muncy hit the ball down in the right field corner for a 3-run homer. For Muncy now, his 17th home run, and he has RBIs 62, 63, and 64 tonight. Miguel Rojas has a bat in his hands, and we expect to see him come up and hit here shortly. But
Christian Moore has been tossing while in front of the third base Angel dugout. It appears he will come over and take over in right field. Campero is still on the ground. They're going to put a temporary splint on the left leg and ankle.
Ooh. You don't see that often, but they're being very cautious with his left leg, and he is in a ton of pain right now.
Yeah, we just hope the best for him. But that's really that's hard to take when a player's injured, trying to make a play. At the time, it looks like it's a lopsided game, and trying to make the play, you get injured, and this is going to be a trip with X-rays.
Trying to get him up now, and moving him to the cart, and they'll not quite on there yet. They're going to seat him on the cart rather than lay him down. And then he will be driven off the field here momentarily and get tended to. So an injury delay here in Anaheim. Dodgers with 4 runs on the board, 2 home runs this inning. It's 7-4 ball game.
And Anderson has gone to the dugout, and the Angels are bringing in another pitcher.
Well, this will be Connor Brogdon coming in. So why don't we take the pitching change time out here as Brogdon makes his way to home plate. Just slightly delayed here in Anaheim. The score, the Angels 7, Dodgers 4.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best...
Breakthrough research and world-class expertise, CHLA is the league leader for kids. Whether it's routine care or life-saving treatment, families turn to Children's Hospital Los Angeles when the stakes are high. Find an all-star doctor today at chla.org.
Takes a strike. Miguel is batting in Andy Pages' spot. Pages was lifted for Justin Dean. Michael Conforto is on deck. 0-1 as Brogdon, third base side of the rubber, sends one home. Swung on, foul tipped into the mid of Darno. 0-2 to Rojas. Ohtani a solo homer. Muncy a 3-run homer here in the 8th. 0-2 to Miguel. Luis Rengifo's gone out to play right field, by the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 pitches, and Rojas is retired on a strikeout by Brogdon. And the Dodgers pick up 4 runs on 4 hits. Nobody left, and no Angel errors. To the bottom of the 8th, it's the Angels 7, Dodgers 4.
LA's best.
To play short. Alex Call moves from right to center, and Justin Dean comes out of the game. So Betts is in right for the first time this year, and Anthony Banda on the mound. And he is facing Rengifo, now the right fielder, and he deals him down low and in. Well, you're not going to put Rojas out in right field. I mean, he's an infielder by trade. Mookie has 6 gold gloves out in the outfield. So he is out there for the first time this year. Breaking ball down and in. 2 balls, no strike. I saw Dave Roberts talking to Mookie in the dugout in the top of the 8th inning as they're probably contemplating this move. Ball sliced down the right field side. That's going to end up in the seats, foul. 2 balls and a strike to Rengifo. Well, what do you think of this, Mo, seeing Mookie back out in right?
Well, he understands how to play the position, and quite frankly, this is coming forward as a player and say, hey, look, this is about team right now.
1-2 is inside. 2-1 is inside. It's now 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Anthony Banda, the lefty, fires home, and Rengifo hits one in the air to right field. And Mookie Betts backpedaling, settles under it, and just like riding a bike, makes the catch. And there's 1 down for the Angels in the bottom of the 8th. Tonight's game brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. Travis d'Arnaud, right-handed hitting catcher, 0 for 3 tonight. Last time up, he lined out to right. He takes ball 1. Banda stretching. Now he kicks and comes home. Swing and a miss. Threw on right past d'Arnaud.
By the way, for Mookie Betts, in a rare moment, 2-handed catch.
You noticed?
Way to go, Mookie.
1-1. Swung on and hit in the air to left center. This will be playable for Alex Call as he runs over there to make the catch, and there are 2 down. And did you notice also, after the 2-handed catch, what he did?
Yeah, he looked in the glove, make sure he had it.
Turned the glove and made sure it was in there.
Yep. For all the youngsters out there, catch the ball with 2 hands.
Teodosio, the center fielder, takes a strike. The game is now final in San Francisco. Padres win. Darvish gets the win over Webb. Suarez, the save, is 33rd. And the Padres now a game and a half behind the Dodgers. There's a shot toward the right side of the infield. Diving is Freeland. It's out of his reach. Teodosio speeding to second base, and he's there with a head-first slide on what would normally be a single for most players. Boy, can he run.
Yeah, Teodosio, I mentioned earlier that this is only the 8th game that he's played in, and he has 3 stolen bases, so he comes equipped with some speed.
And he was thinking double out of the box. I mean,
when you can run a lick, that's what you should be thinking about. Thinking about, hey, the guy's going to bobble the ball, or it's going to be for a double.
Well, the Dodgers are going to walk Neto. So he'll be intentionally walked. 3 hits tonight, 3 runs scored, 2 home runs. Yep. Going to walk him and set up a forced play with 2 outs. And Nolan Shawnwell, the first baseman up, who's 0 for 3, was hit by a pitch in the 5th and scored a run. 270 average for Shawnwell. Pitch from Banda. Tries to bunt and bunts it foul. I mean, 2 outs. Shawnwell trying to bunt his way on here in front of Mike Trout. I'll be thinking any way he can get on base. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Big breaking ball.
That's why he's trying to bunt the first pitch.
He didn't want to get the slider, but he got it there, and it's now an 0-2 count. Runners on first and second. 0-2. Swung on, slapped foul and out of play down the left side. If the Dodgers in the top of the 9th can't extend this game or take the lead, and the Angels would win it, the difference in the National League West would be 1 single game between the Dodgers and Padres. After the Padres won again tonight. Here's an 0-2. That goes to the backstop. A wild pitch. That was bounced right through the right-hand batter's box. Teodosio to third and Neto to second. Well, you look at the 9th, though, the Dodgers, if they get a couple of base runners, you get Ohtani up there again. Also Betts.
Well, they're going to put a goose egg up on the board right here.
Right. The pitch from Banda. 1-2 is outside and low. Tried the sinker and missed. Betts off the line and right. Runners off second and third. The pitch low and outside again. This was a slider that missed. And a full count, 3-2.
Well, you had him 1-2 and a couple of bad swings at breaking balls, and now the count's full, and that guy that's hit close to 400 in his career with bases loaded waiting on deck.
3-2 pitch. Outside corner, got him, called strike 3. Through a sinker, and Shawneewell strikes out looking. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We go to the 9th. It's the Angels 7, Dodgers 4.
When you want Dodgers, the only hope.
And SUVs from your place, and then lean on Mike Schwartz, the GM, Paul Ulbrich, the general sales manager, to get that easy financing and 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty on almost every vehicle that they'll bring to you. GalpinFord.com. Ask for Paul or Mike.
Vroom, vroom. From the Galpin Motors broadcast.
Opportunities, and right now where Kenley Jansen is, he's not allowed an earned run in a career best 20 consecutive appearances. That covers 19 in the third innings going back to June 16th, and he's 7 for 8 in saves over that stretch. So Kenley coming to face his former team. He'll face Michael Conforto to lead off the top of the 9th inning. 4th on the all-time saves list with 468. Kenley Jansen twists and gets ready on the mound. Now he pitches, and Conforto takes a strike. Craig Kimbrell, who is still pitching in the minor leagues for the Texas Rangers organization, 440 major league saves. He's 5th all-time. Jansen 28 better than him at 468. Pitch to Conforto. In for a strike taken. He's just thrown him 2 pitches right down the middle, cutters, and Conforto finds himself in the hole, 0-2. Lee Smith, 3rd all-time, 478 career saves. Kenley just 10 away from him. 0-2 pitch, and Conforto swings through a cutter and strikes out. Second time he's down on strikes tonight.
90, 93, and 95.
Top of the 9th, sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS for Kids now. Friendly agents standing by to take your donation. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Alex Freeland, 0 for 2 with a walk. Swings and hits a high fly ball foul up into the... Oh, no, that went off the roof, it looked like, and came back down. The first base side. Strike 1 to Freeland. Looking to get on base. Dodgers down 3 runs here in the 9th. Jansen's pitch. Inside corner for a called strike, and it's 0-2. All-time leader in saves, Mariano Rivera, the Hall of Famer, 652. Trevor Hoffman, another Hall of Famer, right behind him at 601. And Freeland takes a pitch high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jansen getting into his stretch, little shimmy, and the 1-2 pitch. And Freeland swings through a cutter and strikes out. 95 miles an hour on the cutter. 2 down. The Dodgers now down to their last out. Alex Call will be the batter, and Shohei Ohtani coming out on deck. Call is 0 for 3 tonight. He has struck out swinging twice. First pitch to Call. Called strike. And cutter at 93. Jansen set to go. His 0-1 pitch to Alex Call. Is swung on and looped in the air, shallow right center. Rengifo coming in. Moore, the second baseman, goes out, makes an over-the-shoulder catch, and ends the ball game. And Kenley Jansen with his 467th career save. A 1-2-3, top of the ninth. And the Angels have won all 4 meetings with the Dodgers this year. They've guaranteed themselves a season series victory. And the Dodgers trying to win this series, they need to take the next 2. The difference in the National League West now, with the Dodgers losing and the Padres winning, is slim. It is just 1 game now over San Diego. Final score, the Angels 7 and the Dodgers 4. Rick and I are back with the totals in a moment.
AM 570.
LA's back.